Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, and that is decoding Venus with Saptarishi Nadi. And this it's a series of 2 to 3 videos. It's not a single video because there's a lot to talk about Venus. Saptarishi Nadi mentions so many different ways of analyzing how Venus works in a person's chart, how it impacts the love, how it impacts the marriage, how it impacts what happens after marriage or what happens after a certain contract, a certain partnership, right? So there's a lot to talk about how you can analyze Venus with the help of Saptarishi Nadi. There's such a beautiful description about how you can see what love is bringing in your life. So what is Venus? We always see Venus with only one lens. Oh, it's love, it's romantic love, it's marriage. So, apart from that, Venus also represents something about you, about your soul, about who you are. So, it shows how you love, how you experience love in this life. And love is not just about the romantic love, but in general, when you are loved by people and the love you have in your heart, it is shown by Venus. And also, a sense of equality, like how you feel balanced, the equal give and take with people, that is being shown by Venus. Venus shows the fulfillment, how fulfilled you are, how happy you are with wherever you are in life. So, Venus had a lot to do with a sense of fulfillment, how you love, your love language. Now, what are we going to talk about today is the fourth house from Venus. Saptarishi Nadi mentions about the square aspect of Venus. So wherever your Venus is placed, count 4 places from that particular house. So the fourth house from your Venus is a house which shows how love changes your life. What kind of prosperity comes through a certain alliance, a certain romantic connection or marriage. Whether this love helps you to prosper or it just brings some kind of dissatisfaction or devastation. So, fourth from Venus should always be analyzed. Number one, to see the prosperity which comes through a relationship or through some kind of association or a contract or a business contract. Number two, it shows how fulfilled you feel in life when you are in a give and take connection with anyone. It could be family as well, because remember, Venus also rules the second house of family. So family bond, your partner, your interaction with the world, how loved you feel and how that love brings fulfillment. What is fulfillment for you? That is what Venus is showing. And number three, fourth from Venus is also the emotional connection in your love relationships. That emotional security, comfort, safety you want, you desire in a certain connection. How will be the emotions for you and for the other person? That emotional dynamics is seen through the fourth from Venus. There's a lot to understand. There are certain basic things to complex things. Venus is so beautifully described in the Saptarishi Nadi. So today, let's focus on the fourth house from Venus. There's a lot to be seen apart from what I'm going to discuss over here. You have to see in which sign Venus is placed, in which nakshatra Venus is placed, the house placement of Venus, whether Venus is with a certain planet or it gets an aspect. So again, fourth from Venus. what's happening in that house, which planet is placed over there, which sign rules that particular house. So there's so many things to be seen. So yeah, what if it resonates, it's wonderful, and if it doesn't resonate, it's absolutely okay. So let's get started. Let's look into how fourth from Venus will influence your life. We'll talk about different sign placements of Venus. So when I say Venus is in Aries, so if you have Venus in Aries, listen to that. This is not as per your ascendant sign or your moon sign. This is based on your Venus sign. Okay, let's get started. When Venus is in Aries, 4 places away from it, that house is ruled by Cancer. There are struggles to open up emotionally because your Venus is in Aries. So, the ability to be in the moment, to be in that zone of love, that emotional connection, it's not something very long lasting. There's always this very strong energy of finding comfort, finding security in different places. There is the need to find a home in the person. There's a need to find peace, security in a person. And there's constant agitation of finding that. And even a minor inconvenience, a minor challenge will make you move away from people and certain places. So, as Cancer rules the house 4 places away from Venus, your union, your marriage will bring, number one, some kind of material abundance. It could be, it enhances the luck. So it could be purchasing a vehicle, it could be about purchasing a house, a piece of land. So something about material benefits, luxury, it enhances that prosperity. It brings in a lot of comfort as well. And of course, you have to see where the moon is placed. That will be very important to analyze what kind of prosperity marriage or connection is bringing for you. And in general, what it shows about you, about love, about union is safety, having that comfort with a person, feeling like home with a person is very significant for you. This is what makes you very fulfilled since your Venus is in Aries. So there can be many different short-term connections you may experience in this life, and it's all happening because of not finding that security and home. You seek reassurance from your partner, and you'll be very drawn towards a person who is very emotionally demanding in nature. This person may carry the ability to, love you, nourish you, but this person demands a lot of energy. This person demands your attention constantly as well. And further, the union, the marriage is also about learning to cater the needs of the other person, like to bring in someone in your family and giving this person a home-like environment. So the domestic work, what you do with respect to the daily life, the family, creating that foundation becomes a very important aspect of your marriage, of your even important connection, having healthy emotional dynamics. That is where you have to work the most in a relationship. We also know that Venus treats the moon as enemy. So that's why, again, there is a lot of passion in the connection, there is intimacy, but you feel drained when it comes to emotional needs of the other person. There is some kind of inequality, or there is some feminine figure in your life which becomes some kind of obstacle in the relationship. Some other person, a family person, may become the block in the relationship, or that relationship gets influenced by a certain family member. So there is more of passion here, and there is issue with the emotional state. Like the emotion, that bond should be emotionally healthy. This is where you have to work the most. Venus in Taurus, and 4 places away from your Venus, that house is ruled by Leo. Now, of course, you have to see how the sun is placed. If sun is well placed, it will be better. If sun is not well placed, of course, it will be challenging. So your identity plays a major role in your relationships, how you feel about yourself, and what you need is respect. You really need that honor, respect, fair treatment from your partner. And if the sun is well placed, you will attract a connection, a partnership where there is love, where there is romance, where there is a very good chemistry. If the sun is not well placed, you may attract someone who is kind of selfish, someone who thinks more about his or her own needs. That relationship revolves around this person's needs and requirements and self-respect. And in general, Leo ruling 4 places away from your Venus in Taurus, this is about what you and your partner can create together. So when two people come into union, what are they doing? Certain activities or creative things. And it's not about art or music, not that kind of creativity. How you two are mutually working on something. It could be about working towards your home. It could be about children. It could be about some kind of business. So whatever you are doing together, having fun together, spending time with each other, that celebration becomes very significant in the connection. So the prosperity which you may gain from your relationship and marriage is the happiness, the joy, that childlike joy. If sun is well placed, I think because your Venus is already in Taurus, it's in a very good placement. So if the sun is well placed, I think it brings a lot of inner healing. Something about the wounds you're dealing with since a very young age, it brings such peace and balance. It restores something. And if sun is not well placed, it leads to ego issues in the marriage. And what makes you fulfilled in love is the other person really admiring you. You have Venus in Taurus, so you need that admiration of whatever you do. Number one, how you look, and whatever you do for your family, every small action, you want that the other person should notice and give you that admiration. So the connection, the bond is really based on respect and admiration. And you have to see sun, how it is placed, the sign of sun, the house placement of sun, the nakshatra of sun. It holds the clue of how will be your connection. And of course, children will play a very vital role. How you both are working towards raising your children and what kind of connection you have with your children, it will directly impact the bond between you and the other person. With Venus in Gemini, 4 places away from it is a house ruled by Virgo. And we know that Virgo is a place where Venus debilitates. So what kind of prosperity you may expect through your union and marriage? Well, there are two sides to it. Of course, you have to see how Mercury is placed, because not just your Venus is in Mercury sign, but also 4 places away from it is also the house ruled by Mercury. But beyond the placement of Mercury, in a very simple manner, the person who comes into your life brings good growth in your journey. This person will strengthen you. This person will help you to really work on your endurance, your power, and your strength, the ability to sustain in life and facing difficult situations. So this person may become someone who is your best friend, but also the worst critique in your journey. So if Mercury is well placed, this person is more of a friend, advisor. But if this person is like a critique, or more of a someone who complains a lot, then definitely the Mercury is not well placed. So the prosperity which comes through marriage is definitely growth in your material aspects, and there is growth as a person. There is growth in the courage, in the power to face the world. And what gives you the fulfillment in the connection? But the fulfillment comes through some kind of protection. When the other person takes care of you on a daily basis, like this person helps you in the daily routine, this person protects you from other people's negative behavior towards you, when this person protects you from other people's criticizing words, and this person helps you with your daily routine, your daily activities, from waking up in the morning to going to sleep at the night, very small kind of gestures and help, this person nurturing you. So this is what you will feel, okay, it's a bliss, it's happiness. Someone who is helping you on a daily basis, or someone is making sure that you had your food, you are taking your medicines on time. This is what you feel is love. This is what you feel is like absolutely a bliss for yourself. So you have to see how the Mercury is placed. If Mercury is well placed, it's in a good sign, it's in a good house, I think the bond, the relationship brings great care and protection for you. That is your best prosperity, and that is protection. When the Mercury is not well placed, then it may impact adversely, because that person criticizes you more. That person may, be a fault-finding personality, constantly finding minute mistakes in whatever you are doing. There's a lot of complaining which happens in the connection, which is of course not healthy. So Venus in Gemini and 4 places away from it, a house ruled by Virgo, all you want in love is care and great protection from other people. So this person brings that kind of protection. With Venus in Cancer, 4 places away from it is a house ruled by Libra, which itself is a sign of Venus. The true prosperity with respect to love, union, marriage is fairness, equal treatment, equal appreciation, mutual work in the relationship. This is what you think is the happiness, the source of energy in the relationship. With Venus in Cancer, of course, Venus is in the enemy sign. So that filter, which is essential to understand how much to give, how much to expect from the other person that is missing. You're too emotional. You're too emotionally connected to others. Maybe others are not that emotionally connected to you. You're giving too much of love and appreciation, which is not coming back. There is not enough fairness. Not equal give and take is happening for you. This is the biggest struggle here. So this is where you will work a lot, how to navigate your emotions, how much to give yourself to the other person. This is where maximum work is required on your part. And of course, it attracts someone who is a bit diplomatic with respect to love, with respect to give and take. The marriage, the union, the romantic connections, it enhances your ability to create things, your productivity. That is a true prosperity, that you will work more brilliantly, you will work more efficiently. How you present yourself, your work, and how you express yourself, how you connect with others, how to work along with the masses, the people. You learn the art of this through your connection, through the partnership. That person will teach you how to, deal with the world. And this person plays a very significant role in your profession. Because if you see from Libra, 10 places away is the Venus in Cancer, and 4 places away from your Cancer Venus is a house ruled by Libra. So that 4-10 connection shows that the partner is emotionally very needy, but this person is someone who is giving you great support professionally. Now things can change depending upon whether Venus is in Punarvasu, Venus is in Pushya, or Venus is in Ashlesha. And of course, Venus in Ashlesha, a very difficult placement. This is something I have seen in so many charts. So you need to see how your Mercury is placed if Venus is in Ashlesha, and also see how your Moon is placed, because your Venus is in the Cancer. So we will have a second part where we will discuss about the dispositor for the Venus as well. But yes, emotional security is a major part in the connection where you have to work the most. And again, it is about that mutual love, respect. This is the area of work with respect to your connection, marriage. So you may face some hardships in getting that, but eventually with certain emotional experiences with a certain person, you will go through a lot of experiences where there is exchange of emotions with your partner or a particular person, and then you will see slowly that the equal give and take, that respect is happening. And further, you have to see if you have any planet in Libra as well. That will also impact the connection. With Venus in Leo, 4 places away from your Venus is a house ruled by Scorpio. So definitely see how your Mars is placed, whether it's in a good sign or enemy sign, or the house placement. So the true prosperity which comes through the union, the marriage, is the understanding, that need to have someone very close, the need to have someone who is, it's not about providing care or providing some kind of benefit, but the true connection, the prosperity here is to have someone by your side, feeling that intimacy, emotional intimacy with someone. This is what makes you fulfilled in the connection. And also someone who can be a part of the transition, the changes you see in life. Okay, no matter whatsoever happens in my life, the chaos, the highs and lows, the challenges, but I know there is someone by my side. That is the prosperity which comes through the connection, through the marriage. And of course, having a house 4 places away from Venus ruled by Mars, it is about the physical connection, the intimacy as well, the physical connection, having a passionate, emotional, and physical connection. I think this strengthens you a lot. And what is true fulfillment, which you seek in love, in marriage, in companionship, partnerships, is the other person really reflecting back to you whatever you do, whatever you are giving to that person. Now, if in any case the Mars is not well placed, debilitated, maybe in a very difficult house, then it leads to many challenges. It leads to constant conflict, constant disappointment as well, irritation. There's so many triggers, emotional triggers in the connection, and not feeling a sense of safety with the other person. There are lots of emotional wounds comes through the affliction of Mars, because somewhere having Venus in Leo, it is about trying to have some kind of respect in love, to have the need that I require love, so I need that love and respect and admiration as well. I need to be in that place of attention in the eyes of my loved ones. And when it doesn't happen, because the 4th house from Venus, that house ruler, Mars, is not in a good state, it leads to a lot of emotional wounding. And you may also have a pattern in general, even if the Mars is not in a difficult placement. This house is ruled by Scorpio. So the relationship goes through many changes, transitions. I won't say it's something bad or negative. It's just the relationship transforms. There's so many phases in life, and with those phases, the relationship transforms. It changes into a stronger bond, because a lot has to be learned here to manage your emotions. For the other person also, that person needs to manage his or her emotions. There is great chemistry, but there is a lot of expectation, which is challenging. And if Mars is well placed, it leads to that strength. It leads to the ability to take care of the conflicts. If there is any challenge or difference, one do have the power to make things better, to take care of it. But yes, the Venus-Mars conflict is always there, because they lead to a lot of chemistry, but they also lead to challenges, because the Venus-Mars chemistry doesn't last for a very long period of time. So the true prosperity is maybe having joint assets, creating something together, especially finances, wealth. But again, emotionally, it gets difficult. With Venus in Virgo, 4 places away from it is a house ruled by Sagittarius. It's ruled by Jupiter. So having Venus in Virgo, it shows that your need with respect to love is a person who is not judging you all the time. Someone who is not judging your lifestyle, your decisions, whatever you believe in life. Because Venus shows a lot about your heart, about your love, about the state of having a sense of fulfillment with whatever you have attained in life, having faith in people, in decisions of your life. Venus is very significant with respect to that. And as it is debilitated in your chart, you you may find it difficult to trust your decisions, especially in love. You see, always you focus more on how people are opposing you, what they said wrong about you, but you don't count your blessings. That's a big challenge. And then 4 places away from your Venus is a house ruled by Sagittarius. You're very calculative in love. You don't want to take risk. You don't want to take any kind of step out of a certain comfort zone. It's too risky to be in love. And somewhere that's why the prosperity is blocked here with respect to love, union, what you can grow, what you can achieve from a loving connection. It's missing because there's too much of fear of being challenged. So, what's the prosperity you may gain through love, through union? What grows for you? Well, it is the ability to open up and see the world in a different way. I'm not saying that your way is a negative way or a wrong way to see the world, but there is definitely some boundary restriction. And the person who comes into your life, this person helps you to open up and expand your faith and see the world, see the different colors, experience different moods, and taste different flavors. So it's about adventure. Okay, it's about learning something in life. So learning becomes the prosperity. Travel becomes the prosperity as well. Going to different places as well. So you have to see how the Jupiter is placed. If Jupiter is well placed in the chart, it brings someone who is like a teacher, someone who is a guiding figure in your life. That person will help you to release a lot of blocks, internal resistance as well. And then you'll be very open to trust your decisions. You will work brilliantly. You will see your finances are working in a great manner, and you're ready to open your heart. And when Jupiter is not well placed, then this person is very preachy. This person is constantly forcing his or her ideas on you. This person will try to change you and your knowledge. This person will try to change your very inner faith. Forcefully, this person tries to, change yourself. And also you have to see how the Mercury is placed. Mercury also shows how you're going to experience love. But in general, I think the most amazing part is, love opens up a path of exploring the world for you. It opens you to new experiences. With Venus in Libra, 4 places away from it is a house ruled by Capricorn. So the true prosperity which comes through love, union, marriage, partnership is the ability to boldly express your potential, your power, your skills in front of the world. Because 10th house is not just profession or ambition, but this is a very vital house with respect to the actions you take in life. How confident you are with your actions, how confident you are about where you stand in society, how people view you through your work. So the person who comes into your life, this person makes you very confident when it comes to facing the world, expressing your talents and your skills as well. Either this person is from the same workplace, maybe same profession, or this person brings some opportunity. And even if your partner is not bringing any opportunity, but this person becomes a great support system who brings encouragement, motivation to follow your heart, whatever you want to do in this world. So a great support to worldly ambitions, a great support in helping you to take a stand in life and face the world. Now, you have to see how Saturn is placed. Because if the Saturn is not well placed, it can be absolutely reverse, where romantic connections, love connections may actually be very interfering in your career. If you see downfall in love, you see instant downfall in the career. Some kind of setback happens there, or the partner himself or herself becomes some kind of interference in the career. If Saturn is well placed, this person supports you, this person gives you a lot of power and strength. This person's advice will be very amazing as well. So, career is significant with respect to love, with respect to your partner. The true prosperity lies in how you work, how you take actions, how confident you are towards your life. This person will help you in that. And of course, Venus is the Karaka of love, it is in Libra. So you have that blessing of Venus, that everything comes to balance for you. It's like that autocorrect. Even if something is not okay, I think Venus and Libra do have the power to come back to that normal, that balanced state. So it brings great luck of attracting people who are very helpful in life, and there is fairness, there is justice in the connection. But ultimately, when you have Venus in Swati, of course, Swati comes in the realm of Libra. So do check Rahu, how Rahu is placed. That can be problematic. So yeah, terms and conditions are there. A total analysis, a better analysis is required. What all houses are ruled by Venus, in which nakshatra Venus is placed, how Saturn is placed. But overall, I think 4 places away from the Libra Venus, a house ruled by Saturn, a great friend. This is the Capricorn. So you will marry someone, you'll be with someone who is very successful in the professional realm, and this person may hold a very high position at that place. So you tend to marry, or you tend to be in a partnership with a person who is having a great designation at the work front, someone who is very already established in life. With Venus in Scorpio, 4 places away from it is a house ruled by Aquarius. So you don't have to just see where Saturn is placed, but also see how Rahu is placed. Are they in a good position, or they are in some kind of a troublesome position? So let's see how it works. Having Venus in Scorpio is a very intense placement. It shows a very intense ability to love others, a very passionate love. And it's not just about the physical love, but it's also about emotions. Very passionate, spellbound in love, to feel love very intensely, to feel every emotion to the very core as well. So 4 places away from your Venus in Scorpio is a house ruled by Saturn and Rahu. You attract people who are very unusual, very different from the regular people. The true prosperity which comes through the union, the marriage, the love, is the gift of experiencing life, the gift of growth, material growth, financial growth, but also to go beyond certain limitations, to be in places where you felt that, okay, I cannot be here, I cannot do this. You felt restricted. So the person who comes in, that person brings a very broad mindset for you to do multitasking, to explore your life, to explore different things. So there is immense growth with money, with respect to even the career. If Saturn is well placed, the person who comes into your life, the partner who comes into your life, this person brings in the network or ideas, and it helps in expansion. It helps in enhancing your life and your work. You'll become very confident about yourself. But also, you deal with someone who constantly changes. Sometimes this person may not fulfill the promises, especially see the Rahu. If the Rahu is suppose in the 8th house or 12th house, this person may have a difficulty in fulfilling the promise. Maybe whatever is being decided today, it will change tomorrow. Understanding each other's desires, fulfilling the desires, becomes the major part of the connection. And sometimes giving space to each other is also important. For you, what is fulfillment with respect to love? The fulfillment is the other person reciprocating your love, but also that person gives you enough space, enough freedom. Love should not be suffocating to you. This is what is fulfillment, to have a bit of freedom. So freedom also, the space is also a major part of union partnerships, having that enough freedom to execute your will, your actions. And the happiness, the prosperity, if Saturn and Rahu are well placed, well, it's beautiful, because the person who comes into your life opens a new door to success, opens a new door to better lifestyle. This person motivates you and takes you to next level of success in life. And it's not just about material success, but I think it is also a lot of inner work, spiritual work, that you will realize what makes you happy, and you will make conscious decisions to work towards the life you want, to make those changes. Earlier, you might be very resistant to change, but the experience with respect to love will make you someone that you will flow, and you will make important changes in your life, and you will see a very passionate connection with certain people. Certain people, why? Because again, Venus in Scorpio, you deal with many short-term connections. So that's why you may see certain passionate connections in this life. With Venus in Sagittarius, 4 places away from it is a house ruled by Pisces. And Pisces is a sign where Venus exalts. So the marriage, the union, the partnership definitely brings a very safe sanctuary with respect to what you want in life. Because having Venus in Sagittarius, a sign of Jupiter, it definitely creates some kind of opposition. Like, you want to be in love, you want to be in a union, but somewhere the faith, the information, the knowledge you carry, the wisdom you carry, it doesn't connect with the other person. You will not find many people with whom your opinions, your knowledge are going to resonate with. And you don't like people telling you that this needs to be done, that needs to be done in a relationship or in any particular aspect of your journey. So what is the love language here? What you need to feel fulfilled is someone bringing safety, someone bringing you a sense of happiness, the way you are still you are being, accepted. Like the other person is ready to create that bridge between you and that person. There should be something common. There should be something which connects. The faith is significant here. The way you have a certain faith. No, it's not about religion or anything like that. But what you believe in life, that person should have some kind of a common ground. And I think fourth from the Sagittarius Venus, this is ruled by Pisces. So Venus is not just in the sign of Jupiter, but the fourth from it is also ruled by Jupiter. So it brings in someone who carries wisdom, who carries a lot of knowledge and experiences of the world. And this person have enough wisdom, enough, I would say, awakening, spiritual awakening, that you will learn a lot through your union, through your marriage. There's something common. Maybe it's about travel, it's about exploring the world, it's about learning something which is very common, and that is the prosperity. Being with a person where you have something in common, you have that comfort. There's a tendency of, getting married or getting into a relationship with someone who is very different with respect to the culture or traditions, or it could be someone who is having very different way of living, but yet there is some common interest which links everything together. And what you may also experience with love is finding the unknown, finding new things in life. If you have a certain set of ideas, you have certain ways of working, the person who comes into your life, that person broadens your perspective. That person shows you so many things which are, around you, but you were never looking at, you were never ever even looking at them. That awareness comes beautifully. And you have to see how Jupiter is placed. If Jupiter is well placed, you're blessed with someone who brings in happiness, who brings in a lot of awareness in your life, who brings this safe zone for you, protection for you. If Jupiter is not well placed, then the other person may bring loss to you, financial loss. Emotionally, you may feel drained. You may experience lack of faith on self as well. So you have to see how Jupiter is placed in your chart. With Venus in Capricorn, 4 places away from your Venus is a house ruled by Aries. So over here, Venus is in a good sign. It makes you someone on whom other people can rely. You are the one who can really bring great finances. You are someone who can help your loved ones with a certain routine. You help them to rise higher. You help them as a support system. You have that power, but you may have many limitations regarding your own self. You may restrict yourself in many ways, especially in love, in the way you want to experience love. You don't go beyond a certain limitation. Don't go beyond a certain view of yours. So the person who comes into your life, what is the prosperity you gain from the union, from romantic connections or marriage? Firstly, the ability to take an initiative, to explore something new in life, to take the risk, to go forward, not to live in a particular way of living. So change becomes something important. Apart from your work, apart from whatever is important for you, I think the person who comes into your life, there is this revival, understanding your identity, understanding your likes and dislikes and working on that. So you explore yourself through the connection. And I think that is the prosperity. The prosperity is also making new changes in life with respect to the work as well, the profession as well. It's not just helping you with the mindset, but also your work, how you can achieve better things in life. But since the fourth house from Venus here is ruled by Aries, it could also be a struggle with respect to the freedom of the partner. You may expect this person to be in a certain way. You may expect this person to behave in a certain way, do this or do that. But this person loves the freedom. This person may not absolutely, listen to you when it comes to the way of living. So, four places away from Venus is a house ruled by Mars. So, you can expect friction, and you need to see how Mars is placed. If Mars is in a good sign, then you will see great chemistry. You will see some differences, but still the bond is managed. But if the Mars debilitates or Mars is in a difficult placement, then it will be difficult. It will lead to constant arguments, constant triggers in the connection. And how you fulfilled in a marriage, or how you will feel fulfilled in life when it comes to love, what you require in love is an arrangement, a place where everything is being, taken care of. Whatever responsibilities you carry, you expect the other person to take up that responsibility, to take that initiative, that you will be helped, you will be taken care of. Whatever burden you carry, it will be shared by the other person, or at least the respect of what you are doing. And with the four places away from Venus, this house ruled by Aries, you will definitely get that appreciation and help, but it is constantly shifting, because this is how Mars works. Sometimes the person will take the initiative and support you, and sometimes this person loves his or her own life, his or her own decisions, that impulse. So you expect a lot, but it's not happening the way you want to. You have to see how Mars is placed. But your love language is safety. Your love language is giving you that support. Even if no one is sharing responsibilities with you, at least you have the support, and that is enough for you. With Venus in Aquarius, four places away from it is a house ruled by Taurus. For Venus in Aquarius, it's never easy. It's because you may see multiple connections in life. Venus in Aquarius is about falling deeply in love, but sometimes it is lack of acceptance of that love. Because staying at one place and, love looks like the other person is holding you from your freedom, or that person is somehow altering and changing your life. Your will is gone. Because here Venus is in Rahu's sign as well. Aquarius is co-ruled by Rahu, and also it is ruled by Saturn. So you have certain limitations, and these limitations comes from a fear of being challenged, or fear of being dominated by the other person. So the prosperity which comes through the love is some kind of stability, that strength you want, that someone should be your biggest support system. This is the prosperity. Financial abundance comes through the union through marriage. Celebration of the family life happens here. But sometimes it's a nightmare because, again, as I mentioned, Venus in Aquarius is not a very stable energy. Venus in Aquarius is constant change with respect to love, constant, evolution of your emotions. What looks like love to you today might not feel like love to you tomorrow. Your needs will change because Aquarius is about, it's a sign which is about constant change in desires, and when you reach to those desires, then some dissatisfaction happens. You are so full of it, you don't want it anymore, and then you change again what you want in life. So that constant desire and then moving away from that desire because you have attained it, that happens with this. So Venus in Aquarius, these people do deal with lots and lots of shifts with respect to love and partners, especially when Venus gets into the Shatbisha Nakshatra. One deals with unpredictability with respect to love. So the love may look scary sometimes to you because it looks like love is holding you back from sometimes your happiness. It's holding you back from what you want to do in life. It's holding you back in some way from your authentic self as well. So it might look sometimes scary, but the true prosperity, it initially may look scary that someone comes in and that person holds you very tightly, not allowing you to express yourself. But I think there is a potential of a lot of stability which comes in, and maybe certain fears about family life, like what you have experienced in your family life, in the family in which you were born, and because of that you want to escape love. You don't want to be in that experience. So the union brings in the need to look into the family life, to be in this journey of living as a family with someone. And that leads to abundance, that leads to prosperity. And for you, it is important to see how your Rahu is placed, how your Saturn is placed. If they're not well placed, of course, it will be challenging. You will lose the stability in your love life. If they are well placed, it gives the power to enhance your love connection. Even if there are differences, you will still manage things. There will be still compatibility. With Venus in Pisces, 4 places away from the Venus is house ruled by Gemini. So here Venus exalts. I think I haven't seen that everyone who have Venus in Pisces is blessed with a great love story or very loved journey. They have their own issues, they have their own challenges. And why it's happening? Because of what needs to be done is a better communication. They are often misunderstood. Okay, they are often misunderstood in love. So 4 places away from the Venus, a house ruled by Gemini. So the prosperity you see with respect to marriage, union, partnerships, well, it's about communication, it's about laughter, it's about expressing yourself, not feeling that you are stuck in a place and you're afraid of speaking, you're afraid of being your authentic self. That is the prosperity, being very expressive about your love and what you want in life. There's someone to listen to you, and you can be in a great friendship, a great motivator is there coming through the connection. So that is the prosperity, a person helping you to take initiative and efforts. Because even if Venus is in Pisces, it's a wonderful placement, but that very Pisces element of escaping is very strong, escaping sometimes from situations. So the prosperity is that the partner who comes in, that person helps you to stay, helps you to find out how you can work on a certain thing, to take step, to be courageous, to take efforts, how to quickly make a decision and not to escape from it, how to be more expressive about the beautiful talents you have. Because Venus is creativity, Venus is aesthetics, Venus is a lot about uh, your subconscious. You're carrying so many talents within the mind, and you have to bring them out and use them. That expression, that activation of expression comes through the union, what you go through in love, how you experience in love. That is what is important, and this brings that expression of the beauty in you. And what makes you fulfilled is people listening to you, people listening to what you have to say, your feelings, your creative work, whatever you are doing. It might look very childish to someone, but how others are listening to you, how they perceive you, that matters to you a lot. So that is the prosperity. Someone helping you with courage, someone helping you with accepting your creativity and your ideas. And of course, you have to see how Mercury is placed. If Mercury is not well placed, suppose Mercury goes into Cancer, then it is about dealing with someone who is sometimes deceptive or someone who is quite manipulative. If Mercury is well placed, this shows a lot of support from that person. Suppose Mercury goes in Capricorn, a person who helps you in a very great manner, helps you to take firm decisions in life, supports your decisions, someone who keeps up with the promises. So you have to see how Mercury is placed and also how Jupiter is placed, because your Venus is in Pisces.